out of everything that I've accomplished so far in the fishing industry, even if it went away tomorrow, I'm still going to be a happy man. I've done my job. I'm raising my kids right. They're gonna be good humans when they grow up. That's the most important thing to me, even if I didn't have fishing. Coming up. Golly, these fish are so strong. Even the little ones are strong. Oh God. Oh, I don't know if it's big, but boy, it felt like it at first. It ain't little. It's a solid fish, a lot better than them other ones. Roll that hook, pop it up out of her belly, and pull it right out that fast. My dad started me fishing when I was a little kid. We didn't have a boat, so we fished off the bank, went to the river, fished off of a bridge. I remember catching, I think the first fish I ever caught was either a bluegill, might have been a carp, but I remember that fishing trip my dad used to take me on. And as I got older, there was a tournament series that was called Take a Kid Fishing Rodeo. And my dad would borrow my Uncle David's boat and would take me out tournament fishing. And that was my first opportunity to have that competition side. I still remember that first morning, that first competition. I can still smell the water, and it just kind of like it just put that bug in me. And from there on, I think I got my first boat when I was like 18. Started bass boat tournament fishing, and then it just went over into kayaks. In 2014 is when my first time in a kayak, and I haven't looked back since. So I picked up my ribbit frog and just started working that edge around these pads, and he come out from underneath them pads, and he just crushed that ribbit frog. So I'm just trolling a crankbait down across this hump. I'm seeing a lot of fish right there. That's a good fish. That's a good fish right here. Yeah, that's just a nice quality fish. Real pretty fish. Let me mark my spot where I caught that fish.
Go ahead and mark that fish up.
All right.
What a good looking fish.
He's got a nice fat belly on him. That fish has been feeding good. This lake, there's a lot of pinch points where you got wide body of water and then it kind of necks down, and they usually have like a little bit of a shelf on them when they dug this lake out. And these fish like to just stage up on it, and they just sit there and wait for the bait to swim by, and then when the bait comes by, they just hammer it. So that's just a nice quality fish right there. That's what you like to see. You like to see a nice fat belly. That fish is going to be a really good fish one day. And these is the elf wombat, so you can see how their teeth, see how hard their teeth are. After a day of fishing out here, your thumbs will be wore out. So,
Awesome.
So I'm going to let this fish go.
See, sweetie.
And she's gone. water. When you see a kid catch a fish, you know, I still get that way. I'm 46 years old and I still get excited and jacked up. You know, when I catch a big fish, it's a rush, it's an adrenaline rush that you just can't really, you can't explain until you've actually felt it yourself. And when you take somebody that's never been fishing before and they catch a good fish, or you see a kid doing it, oh my God, I get so jacked up, man. I got this little laugh inside me. I start laughing, you know, because I know how much they're enjoying it, and it, man, it gets me right here.
All right, hold him right there. Right there. Bring him really. He's gonna do it. Oh my gosh! Come here! Come here! Oh my! Oh. Look at that.
Why is all the time when you catch you get the big fish?
Daddy, I don't know. I got no answer.
A little bit more experience there.
I got no answer.
Dean's got one over there.
That's okay.
Michaela, hold him in this arm and let me get a shot.
Got him. Hold him with 2 hands if you need to. Look at there. She's done that before. 3 and a half.
Put your other thumb in him and hold him out here at me.
I can't
Don't
do
drop
it in
him
my
off the boat.
left.
Here.
I can't do it in my left.
You sure?
Stand up right there.
Stand up. Here, stand up right there and turn to Mr. Scott. You got it? Squeeze it tight. Now turn it.
Now turn it to me, turn to me, turn to me.
Turn to Mr. Scott.
It gets me right here. You know, my kids, I'm a big softy when it comes to my kids, man. I get talking about my kids, I'll start crying. It's just, I love my family. They're everything to me.
So all these.
Hang on a second.
Yeah. Take a
Yeah,
minute.
let me get them.
Grab his water. It's behind.
I got it. Yeah, that got me for a minute. Winning any fishing tournament it's hard, and everything has to kind of go right for you. Even when you make a mistake, a lot of times that mistake you don't pay for it. I've had tournaments where I've made really bad, poor decisions, you know, not good hook sets. Maybe I didn't change the trebles out on my crankbaits, or I had a dull hook and it cost you to lose a fish, and then that one fish ends up costing you a tournament. So preparation is key, making sure everything is ready to go come tournament time. I mean, as far down as changing your line, checking your line for any kind of nicks. Preparation is 100% key to winning events. And then you got to have your mind right. It's you got to be focused, laser focused. Once you get on the water, just everything is dialed in. That's when you're fishing that way, good things are going to happen. You can actually take a tournament that you didn't maybe have a great practice in, but if you're laser focused and everything's dialed in, a lot of times you will make up for that come tournament time. That's key to success for me. I try to be super focused once it gets fishing time, once I'm out on the water tournament day. Practice, you know, that's different. You know, you can get out and that's where you work all your kinks out. But come tournament morning, having your mindset right and laser focused is key. And I'm loving it because I'm watching my son just set the hook on a bass. This is the best. Go ahead and set down and raise your rod tip high and grab the line. There you go. Perfect. See, that right there, man, I could not catch another fish for the rest of my life and it wouldn't matter. That right there, watching my kids out here doing what I love and being able to have a chance to teach them, that's what this is about for me. There's a lot of life lessons that kids can learn, you know, just by being outdoors and being outside. I think fishing, if there wouldn't have fishing, I mean, some of my best memories is thinking back in life was, you know, fishing with my dad. My dad taking me, and you know, if you're just sitting there and the bite's not going on, and you just talk about life. You talk about, you know, how was your day, or you know, what's what's going on in school. I mean, there's so many great conversations were shared with a tackle box sitting between the father and the son, or a grandfather and the daughter, you know, and I can't imagine not having that. I can't imagine not fishing. I can't imagine not ever being able to teach my kids, or maybe one day watch my grandkids do it. So if fishing wasn't around, man, it'd be a sad world.
So hold up in one arm and press the bull's on the other.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
Fishing.
Good. Friends, do you have the phone?
Yeah.
Can I have that so I can